need to identify yourself.
All right.
And tell us what you are and what your vision is and why you wanted to attend this conference, other than they asked you to speak.
Sure. My name's Jacob Smith. I'm the mayor of Golden. And I came to this conference because for two reasons. One is that we're doing really exciting things in Golden around shaping the community to be more sustainable, more livable, more active, healthier. And
you already have a beautiful town, by the way.
Thank you. And a part of the story I wanted to share here is that you can do a lot of work on the policy side, and you can figure out how the pieces fit together to produce a community that enables all the things that we're talking about here at the conference, but the politics matter too.
Yes.
And so you have to marry the smart thinking about policy with smart thinking about politics and building coalitions and speaking to people in terms that matter to them, and around those relationships, then you can make the policies.
And how did you manage to do that? You seem a fairly young mayor, and so how were you effective in coalescing or creating that coalition among your opponents?
There's no magic to it. It's a lot of listening, a lot of taking time to understand where different folks are coming from, and then piecing together modest steps that fit the vision you're trying to advance, but are sensitive and mindful and responsive to the things that you hear from other folks. I'll also say that it's often the case that the really important decisions are really tough decisions. So I look back and say the last 15 years in Golden at some of the decisions now that you can't imagine Golden without, but at the time were really controversial and barely passed. So it takes a combination of all the things I said, but also it takes decision makers who are willing to make decisions that at the time may be really controversial and really difficult to pull off and may only squeak by, but those end up being the pivotal decisions that shape the community in really positive ways down the road.
And what do you see your major obstacle now to continuing this process? Is it the economy? Is it the will of the people? Is it political, or is it a combination, or are there any obstacles?
Oh, there's always obstacles. I think it's all the things you just mentioned. Clearly, the dollars available is always a challenge, because a lot of the things that make a difference are built environment, are actual physical things that require spending real dollars to do. If you don't have sidewalks, it's a lot less likely people will walk, and sidewalks are really, really expensive. So some of it's about money. I think the other bigger challenge for us is the community is we have such an engaged community and a really engaged and active city council, and so many things people want to do, and so there's a real challenge to being diligent and focused and making sure that we
prioritize.
We take on these pieces one at a time and avoid getting too distracted by all the other many cool things that we get fired up about or other people in the community get fired up about. So it is about having a clear vision and focus and being disciplined about moving down the line.
And if you ever get discouraged, I want you to look. I just saw it the other night. It's a documentary on Sundance, and it's about the mayor of Bogota and how he changed that city from criminal, poor, poverty-stricken, no water, no electricity city to quite a different vision.
Radical transformation.
Yeah, and facing actual protests in the streets, which is not something we're accustomed to in this country when you're trying to do beautification. So it was very inspiring.
That's great.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you for attending.
Oh, yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.